Good evening, people.
Hello, all.
Oh man, it's your boy Still Cool,
It's your boy Tez.
and we are the Yellow Rocky Boys, and we're representing on the Yellow Rocky Boys Network.
Network.
All right, man, we're about to do Friday rundown for July 20, the week of July the 20th, 2025. So this past Sunday, we do the whole week of going up to
hmm
Thursday. So we already do the SmackDown stuff, and so interesting today. We had a death in the wrestling community, which we'll talk about. The last thing we'll talk about on the rundown is Terry Bollea, which is known as Hulk Hogan. Probably one of the most popular, controversial figures that the sport has ever seen. He passed away this morning in Clearwater, Florida, cardiac arrest. So they said he went to the hospital, and after 90 minutes, he was gone, like he passed away. So
Dang.
I still want to give praise out to the family, to his family. No one likes losing the love. But
Yeah.
we'll get more to Hogan later on. With me and you both talk about it more in depth once we get
Yeah.
there. All right, all right. Raw this week was in Houston, Texas. Am I correct on that? Was it Houston?
Yeah.
Raw.
It was in Houston.
It was Houston, Texas. I think NXT was in Houston too. All right, so
hmm
Raw was in Houston, Texas this week. The show started off with CM Punk coming to the ring, and to me, because we're gonna talk about the CM Punk confront Gunther. I didn't like this promo. This promo felt like every other CM Punk promo. I'm the best in the world.
hmm
I'm the best wrestler. I can do this. I can do that, and it just feels like rehearsed. It feels
Mm.
recycled. I don't really like this. I didn't really like this promo. And then Gunther comes out and he tells him, I'm gonna make you, wish you never stepped in the wrestling ring. And Gunther really got the best of him here. And like CM Punk didn't get the last word. So how you feel about this segment? Did you like the segment? Did you feel the same way I felt about this segment?
I think you like verbally brought out what I was feeling because
Yeah,
I was kind of the same way. It was just kind of like, because with CM Punk, you have an expectation when he hit the mic. It's just like The Rock or anybody else. Like he's put up there with that level of talk. So it's like when you hit the mic, you expect the delivery. And this time,
yeah,
yeah, it felt like bland, like food without flavor. It just felt bland. It was like, all right. And then Gunther still, to me, just starting to hit his stride. So
yeah,
like every time he get out there, it's like he knows what he's doing, and it's like Punk needs to adjust to the opponent.
yeah,
Cause I expected a little bit of a different swerve with Gunther versus how he's done with everybody else. It's kind of like what people say with the MJF thing, how it feels recycled every time he does the same thing, the same shit every time. It's
yeah.
like, hey, do adjust to the opponent. Like I expected him to hit him different. I don't know.
Huh,
Hopefully it evolves, but mm,
well, they got what, one more week? So I don't know.
yeah, they don't have too much.
No, like I don't know. I just expected a different promo. I expected a different back and forth, and we just got bland CM Punk and a pretty good Gunther. They didn't match his wittiness, I guess, for the segment.
Yeah.
So it just left me a little flat. That's all. I just expected more out of this. Um, but also on Raw, Sami defeated Rusev, which wasn't as good as their first match they had a couple weeks ago, but I still liked it nonetheless. Still hard hitting. Uh, this match was okay.
I think they
The
just made the
elder,
plan in the back, just say we're gonna hit each other hard. That's what we're finna do.
pretty much. Like I said, it wasn't good as their first match. It wasn't good as their first match, but like I said, it was serviceable. So I liked it. It was
Yeah.
pretty hard hitting to me. LWO has beat the Creed brothers and the New Day to get the number one contendership to the Judgment Day. They didn't say when that shot was. All I know is they're the number one contenders. So on SmackDown, they established that Andrade and Ray Fiend the number one contenders for those tag team titles. And now on Raw, they established the LWO as the number one contenders to the Judgment Day. So like I said, I like that they're doing this with the tag division. Is they're giving the tag, especially on Raw, they're giving the tag division something to do. So
Yeah.
how you feel about the LWO defeating the Creed Brothers and the New Day?
I mean, I wanted the New Day to get it. Of course, everybody know out of the three of those teams, I'm a New Day fan all day.
Yeah.
I like I like the switch. I just needed them to have a different edge. And I feel like again, that's one of those teams where having to reinvent themselves, being heels, they're figuring it out. Just like they
Yeah.
figured it out as faces. They starting to figure it out. But I just don't think the title run lived up to what the WWE wanted. And I just don't think they had enough time to really blossom because they weren't showcased. Like they won and they were taking off. So
Well, I told you a couple months ago. I thought the big problem was when they turned heel, it was around Big E, and there was no payoff.
yeah.
So it's like, okay, you did this, y'all turned heel, and y'all blasted Big E, but what's the payoff? Like everybody thought this was like Big E was going to come back around WrestleMania Royal Rumble to ruin them, and there's no payoff. So it's like they did a big angle, which is cool, but there's no payoff. So I thought that's what kind of stifled them. They didn't have another
Yeah.
team to build off of, and Big E wasn't there either. Like it'd be different. Big E was like, all right, I'll pick this team to go against y'all, and Big E was there every week, so we can feel sorry for him and get the story. But after that, there was no Big E, there was no nothing. So the story just kind of, you know, went
Yeah.
down.
Fell flat.
Yeah. So and then there was a backstage conversation earlier in the night with Io Sky and Stephanie that led to a match we're about to talk about now. Um, that match again, I think it's like a theme. Like the Russo Simmons match wasn't as good as their first one, and this match right here wasn't as good as their first one. But again, it was decent enough. No, the they put on a good decent match before Chelsea Green came out there and they ruined it, and then Naomi came out and then Rhea at the end. So how do you feel about the match?
I think if we're looking at 6 gears, I think they were like going in fourth.
Yeah,
They was just going in fourth. And I mean, if they got the This Is Awesome chant, if I remember correctly, that's the only match that night that got the This Is Awesome chant.
yeah,
Um, so I mean, it was a good match, and I mean, I like their chemistry. I like the way
yeah. They
they
have
play
great
off
chem-
each other.
Yeah, they have great
Yeah.
chemistry.
So
Like one,
I think they just was going just mid speed, but for what it was worth, especially a match that was going to end in interference. Yeah,
yeah.
because I would have been mad if they was putting on a 5 star and it ended in interference. I would have
Man,
been mad.
I kind of figured when the match went on, I didn't know Chelsea never gonna come through, but I kind of figured Naomi was gonna come ruin that match, and then like there'd be some running.
Yeah.
So I mean, I kind of
I'm gonna need
expected it,
them to
but
get their timing right though,
yeah,
because you see when Io and Rhea was sitting there, and Io was doing this for the longest, and they was waiting.
yeah,
You could tell they was waiting on a cue. I was like, who's supposed to pop up? And Naomi finally popped up. I was
yeah,
like, man, what took
yeah.
you so long? She was just sitting
Ooh,
there. I was like, what are you doing?
yeah. Uh, but like I said, the match ended with Chelsea and the Secret Service came out. They started beating up on Stephanie. And then EO came and saved Stephanie, and then they started beating them up. They beat them up. They was on the outside of the ring. Naomi came, pushed EO into Stephanie, and the Secret Herbert was beating up Stephanie on the outside. Naomi was beating up EO on the inside of the ring, and then Rhea Ripley comes in, beats up the Secret Herbert on the way to the ring, uh, slams Naomi. Naomi rolls out. That's the end of the segment. So Stephanie, EO, and Rhea standing tall, and that's the end of that segment.
Watch it
So
be like a 6 woman tag next week or something.
I can see that.
Or on
All right.
SmackDown, like the Secret Harvest versus those three.
Oh, ain't think about that. Yeah. I mean, everybody going all over the place anyway. So,
Yeah, it's like,
yeah. All right. So, also on Raw, Becky called out Lyra. She told Lyra, if Lyra loses this match, she can never challenge for the Intercontinental Championship again, ever. So that's a stipulation added on to the match at SummerSlam. Uh, Becky, Becky tried, said she's gonna be the bigger woman, tried to do the handshake. And Laura tried to shake her hand. She tried to punch her. Laura got her, and that was the end of that segment. So I'm looking forward to that match. That's going to be a banger. Should be
Yes.
a banger. Should be a banger. Uh, Speaking of Laura, Laura Valkyria and Bailey was in the match against the Judgment Day, which surprisingly to me was a good match. That was a good match. That was a
That was
really
really
good
good.
match. I'm not gonna lie though. I thought the interference, especially like with Dom and then the AJ Styles coming in, I thought it kind of ruined it a bit. And then Bailey, I mean not bad. Then
Yeah.
Becky coming. It's a lot. It's too much. It was too much. You know. Other than that, it was a pretty good match. But it was just, I thought it was just too. It's just too much interference going on in all these matches. Like the LWO,
Mm.
because we didn't even mention that with the LWO. El Grande Americano came out, distracted the Creeds, and that's how they lost their match. And then, with Dragon Lee, and then now you got this with this tag team match. So it's just too much interference going on.
I feel like an old episode of Dynamite
Yeah.
with the interferences. It's like every
Like,
time you look up the ramp, here comes somebody, or somebody coming sliding the ring. It's like, all right,
yeah. Just, I don't know. It's too much of it. So, oh yeah,
yeah.
Karrion Cross defeated Sami Zayn. Again, Scarlett gave him a pipe. He used the pipe and got the win over Sami Zayn. Which, with Karrion Cross, was that him? I thought it was Sami's blood at first, but that Karrion Cross's blood
I think it
at the
was.
end of the match? Was it his blood? Okay, I thought it was Sami's blood. I don't
Hmm.
know why I thought it was his. But it might have been Karrion Cross. So, yeah, Karrion Cross defeated Sami Zayn with the pipe. And that was an okay match. Sami Zayn made Karrion Cross look good. And I'm glad Karrion Cross got a win on TV. I'm glad he got a match on TV. So that's good. That's I can't complain about that. That is
And he was getting a dual
that's
champ.
good. Yeah, yeah, that's good.
So,
All right, man. So last segment, Roman Reigns. So Paul Heyman comes to the ring. He's about to cut a promo, but Roman Reigns interrupted. He comes out. Heyman trying to talk about we can work good together, we can lead, and all of this stuff. And
man.
go ahead. What do you have to say? I like that shirt,
Dude
by the
just
way.
being the appreciate it.
Yeah,
Dude just being the slimy penguin, man. That's what like,
like it is something why Wiseman would say, but no, you just a dumbass.
bruh.
Like, yeah, that just.
I mean, and Roman proceeded to like tear him down.
Yeah,
Like,
like I bought you part of
and
the family. Yeah, yeah,
but you know what? But this is my question though.
yeah.
Like with them doing stuff like this, because obviously we knew Roman wasn't about to go with them. But what is this stable gonna be now? Because there's no Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
You got
Bronson
Paul
Reed,
Heyman basically.
yeah, Bronson Reed carrying around a briefcase. I don't know.
Because if
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
be gone out for a while, the briefcase to me either should have been vacated or passed on, or he should have like. But I know that would probably cause beef within the group if he knighted one of them as Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank. But
Yeah,
I don't
you
know,
wanna
man.
know? You wanna know what I think? I
What?
think Seth. I think there's rumor that this is all part of an angle and Seth's not really hurt. I'm kind of starting to believe that.
Really?
Yep, I'm starting to believe it.
Hmm.
Either that or
Well,
they really don't. Either that or they really don't know where they're going with this group. But I'm starting to believe the rumor that Seth is not hurt, and
I mean, that would
and
be a
it's an
swerve.
angle. Be great. Be a good
That
surprise.
would be a swerve. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll be here for it.
yeah. But again, with the angle, with the segment, uh, like he had to tell Braun Breaker a couple of times, "Bag up, kid. Like, hey, like you up on me, And Braun Breaker proceeds to tell him, like, you washed up. This his yard now. He the big dog, which I like. I like this segment. and
Yeah.
Superman punches him. He gets some of Bronson Reed, but Braun Breaker spears him, and they about to hit that tsunami, and Jay Uso comes out, and they fight off the two Bruns,
Hold
and
on. The way he came out, dude walked out. I was like, bro, are
everybody
you
gotta get their
saving
stuff.
your life?
Everybody gotta get their stuff in like Penta at the Night of Champions. Everybody gotta get they walk in and stuff. Like yeah, you know how it is.
Man,
You
forget
gotta get
your
your, you gotta get
strut. If you don't come out here and save me,
that. Well, I'm gonna Penta says. I'm gonna Penta went down there,
pimp
boy.
walking to the ring.
Okay, shoot, what y'all thought this was? But
Man, I'm in here getting towed up. Man, see, if that was real life, we'd be fighting
Yeah,
afterwards.
I'd be mad on it. Oh, so you want to take your time while I'm getting jumped?
I'm on stage just
Tell you, man, WWE logic.
yeah.
Your friend getting
So,
jumped, hit that pose when you get to the ring. Uh,
boy,
so
it wasn't like that back in the day, man.
so it's looking like it's gonna be Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed at SummerSlam. Rikishi already hating on it. He thinks Roman Reigns shouldn't be in that type of match, but yeah, he already
Uh,
hating. But what's new?
what was his logic?
I don't, he just think Braun should be. He just think Roman Reigns should be in a one-on-one match and not in the tag team match.
It, Rikishi needs to stay where he is in that chair. This is why Rikishi's not booking.
Thank
He needs to
God.
stay right where he at.
Thank God.
Golly, dude, I
All
always got
right.
something to say. No matter what they do. And then if Roman was booted to the top, then it would have been like, oh, Roman don't need to take my son's spot. It'd
I'm
be
surprised.
something.
I'm surprised he hating on this since he teaming up with his son. I'm surprised he hating on it.
Like it's a main event style match. I mean, come on. They could make Jey Uso the king of the WWE, and he would find something wrong with the throne and the crown.
Yep.
He'll
Yep.
find something to complain about. His scepter's not big enough. Man, if you don't shut up,
All right. So
golly.
also on Raw, Dom attacked AJ Styles backstage, which I knew was gonna happen. He attacked AJ Styles backstage. He confirmed that he is cleared, and AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio is official for SummerSlam. So there you go. Oh yeah. Before we get to NXT, I see some of you people like comment
Uh-oh.
talking about they don't like what AJ is doing with the janitor stuff and him wearing these disguises. Let the man have fun.
Yeah.
I thought it was a funny way to stop Dom and carry on the storyline. I thought it did great for what it was. Like just let the man have fun. Dang, it don't have to be serious all the time. Let the man have fun. I thought it was good little Seven being the valet and the janitor just talking and making Dominic life a living hell. I like it. So people need to just calm down. God.
I mean, it's something different. Like, we know he AJ Styles, but if he walked around all day, I'm the phenomenal one, and just did the
Huh.
same thing every time, then people be calling him stale. It's like at least he's trying to switch it up.
Yeah. Like
Like
let him have
you
fun.
remember the club when they were like,
Yeah.
"What we gonna do? Beat up John Cena," and it was stupid,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
different. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
People need to take a chill pill.
Yes.
Ah. All right, man. So that's the end of Raw. We're about to go into NXT, ladies and gentlemen. NXT, which is from Houston, Texas. Like they sold the place out like a little theater. They sold the place out. Booker T got up there before the show and butchered everything. Butchered Blake Monroe's name. Just he just messing up all night, man.
Book was drunk, man.
I don't know what's going on, Book, but
We
my
home
boy
in Houston, yes.
here. What is this? Ugh. So I want to get to Blake Monroe's debut match because there was a big deal. So I love the mirror spot. I like her theme. Like
Yeah.
I like her theme. Def Rebel got that right. But I like the presentation. I like the mirror shot. I like everything about it. She wrestled Rand Sinclair, which I thought was a pretty decent match. It was a pretty it was a good opponent for Blake Monroe to get her win on.
Yeah.
After she got the win, Jordan Grace comes from the ringside, and I swear, dog, me and you need to be security because Jordan Grace be beating up on security, like beating them
Killing them.
down, dog. Yeah, like me, and you need to be security. I just go to Ava, hey, let us be security because
Man, please.
I tag her up. You know what I'm saying? I trip her like she ain't whooping me. Hey,
Look, you said she just get off me. Get off me.
yeah, get off me. No. And
Yeah, she
Blake
showed you how
Monroe
buffalo
put it,
you
and
was.
Blake Monroe put it on her, boy. Put it on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
On the chair.
yeah,
Boom.
yeah. Put it on her. That was the end of that segment. So, how would you rate Blake Monroe's debut match? And the whole thing, the
Um,
segment, the presentation, everything.
7.5.
A what?
7.5.
7.5. Okay, I thought you said three. I'm like, dude.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it like that.
Okay, that's cool.
7.5.
Okay. All right, cool. So elsewhere on NXT, the Calling defeated Hank, Tank, Zara, and Sol Ruka, which was okay match. JC Jane comes out with both belts. You know, she comes out with the TNA Knockouts World Championship, and she come out with the NXT Women's Championship. And she talks about a win, and she's interrupted by Lash Legend and Jada Park, who's both said they're coming for them belts. Why you upset? You think you're why you upset? Lash Legend looks good too, by the way.
Well,
But go ahead.
bruh.
Hmm.
Jada Parker.
What about her?
We rocks with you, Jada.
You rocks with her, but go ahead.
She not about to win this. It's like, why?
Well, you gotta put in the mix. Like, you really want to fight in like lower card? I mean, did you see? But did you hear the when Last Legend came out? It was kind of like cool. But when Jada Parker came out, she got a pop. The
Yeah. And they
fans
giving Miss
like her.
Parker a chance?
Yeah, the fans
Yeah.
like her. So you got to keep her in the mix.
But if they gonna put her in the mix, I need her to win something.
Well, well, at the end of that set, well, at the, toward the end of that segment, JC Jane tried to get her two lackeys to, attack Lash Legend and Jada Parker, and then JC Jane tried to do it, and then they started brawling, and then it got broken up. So it's looking like I don't know if you look. Then was in the locker room too when she was like trying to tell them what to do. It looking like the two girls around JC Jane like I don't know, like we tried to be in your lackeys. Did you get that kind of sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who she's talking
Like
to.
they're not rocking with her like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. I just thought okay, so I wasn't the only one. And yeah, and Jasper Troy defeated Ricky Saints. I want to talk about that match too. By count out.
Oh, go ahead.
Did you see the
Go
stage
ahead.
part? How it
Nope.
collapsed? It prematurely collapsed, and they didn't even catch it because it wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, they're gonna have to do better.
Dude was like, yeah. Then it's like, all right, just do a senton splash.
Yep. Yeah, they didn't even catch
Like,
it.
this big fool just jumped down on me.
Yeah. There's NXT for you. That is NXT for you. All right, man.
Yeah.
Trick. All right, man. Trick Williams time.
Trick
I didn't
Williams
like the
time.
segment. I didn't like the segment. I hated it.
I'm
I absolutely hated it.
I'm gonna go ahead, go in on it.
As he in the ring talking about how he's the TNA champion, he's carrying two brands, like he's gonna whoop the Undertaker. He's all facts. You know what I'm saying? He this, he that. Look, man, it's one of the problems you have with Vince McMahon's booking, which is you get one of these young people, you get one of these young up and comers that's doing good. They might be the Intercontinental champion or the U.S. champion or whatever. In this case, the TNA champion, and you get these old school veterans and they just come in and just beat these guys up. And I hate that. I really don't like that. Like,
Mm.
like Trick even said it, like your knees and stuff. Like make it realistic, man. Like I get that you don't want to embarrass Undertaker in Texas and all that, but just a choke slam, man, and we out. Come on,
I
man.
mean, that's all you can do,
Well,
bro. If he did that tombstone, Undertaker was gonna fall with him.
I ain't even talking about just him. I'm talking about man, the Undertaker. Trick Williams should have got over on Undertaker tonight. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole. That's what I'm saying. He should have kicked Undertaker in his
Yeah, I feel
bad
you.
knees. Should have kicked Undertaker in his bad knees, and Trick should have got over tonight. That's all. That's what I'm saying. So
I feel that. I feel
yeah,
that because for one, everybody know how I feel about this version of the Undertaker. I'm glad that he's happy in his form, but everybody know the true Undertaker to me will always be the Dead Man version, hands
yeah.
down. This version come out with the glasses on and all that. Hey, he got the ponytail, freshly dyed, all that. He. I mean, it was like an older teacher talking to a student or trying to like make it, or a parent trying to
Yeah,
coach his son. That's how it came off. Like,
yeah.
you better listen to me. I be trying to tell my other kid, and then like, I don't give a damn about your students at LFG. I was like,
Oh
Undertaker was
man.
like, it was like a parent talking to his kid.
Oh
Because you could just
man.
read the words in his head, like, now I got to give you a spanking. That's all I was thinking. Because you knew it was coming.
Oh man.
I was like, here we
Oh.
go.
Oh boy. But
Like, I
yeah,
mean,
I don't know, man. It's just one of those things I hate. You know?
but you remember they did this with Braun Breaker almost.
Yeah.
Remember that NXT when they was going against AEW and he showed up at the end of the show, slaying Braun Breaker, and
Yeah.
he's like, one day you'll be the big dog, but not tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
Ain't like it then either.
I'm gonna need them to figure out something else. I'm gonna figure out something else to do with Taker. Like, Taker, you my dog. I will always jump at the chance to see you on TV, but let the appearance be of substance. Yeah.
All right. So Ethan Page unveiled a new North American Championship belt. It had the Canadian flag all over it, and the fans booed it, and
Bruh.
they was cussing up a storm. Like the CW had to you couldn't even hear Ethan Page promo because they was censoring out so much stuff.
Yeah, well, that's some heat.
Yeah, the Canadian
That's some
flag
heat.
too. Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Santino Marella comes out. He's the director of Authority on TNA. He comes out and talking about I live in Canada, you don't speak for us, and he gonna challenge him to a match next week on NXT. So Santino Marella versus Ethan Page for the North American Championship next week on NXT. Never thought I'd been saying that, but here we are.
No.
Here we are. And Obafemi defeated Bridge and Inumura to retain his NXT Championship match. And please move Obafemi up and do something with this heavyweight
Please.
division because it is trash. It is trash. Let's get Jasper Troy back up in the number one mix and let's get this going again because this is it's
Yeah, just
boring.
even There's nobody that is a real. Troy feels like a threat, but there's nobody that really feels like a threat.
This is and this is why when we was talking about TNA on our Let's Talk About It, this is what NXT and WWE wants. This is why they want the relationship with TNA because they can bring people from TNA over like a Moose or whoever to make their division hot again.
Yeah.
Cause they definitely need it. Like this I was just like, man, like oh, they need to move Obafemi up. Just move him up because
Who gonna
he's
take
getting
the
drugged
belt?
out. I don't know, man.
Dude, he just
Nigga,
gonna come in there. The
have
ruler is
have,
tired of ruling this kingdom.
have Dolph Ziggler, somebody from TNA do it. They gotta end this. They gotta end it.
You know what? That would actually be cool, cause not just cause it's Dolph. Y'all know I rock with Dolph, but
Yeah,
he was mad about and very vocal about Joe Hendry losing that belt to Trick.
yeah,
What better way to get back in NXT than come over and take that belt?
yeah. Cause that heavyweight scene sucks. Man, it sucks. Or get like Ricky Saints up there, something. Do something.
Ricky Saints ain't finna
Ah,
beat the ruler.
but all right, man. That was NXT, bro. They had a. It was
You
it
sound
was a.
disgusted.
Anyway, AEW. They're in Chicago for the fifth week in a row. It feels like the fifth week because they used that same arena. They used it last week. I think they had like a residency there, so they've been using it. So they was there last
That
week.
little
It's that,
playhouse.
yeah, yeah, with the balcony, look like they're in like a Shakespeare stage show. Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
Athena looked when she was standing up there. Oh, Romeo.
Let's get to Athena. Let's get to Athena. Tony Storm defeated Billy Starks. Um, they were going into this match. Billy Starks was supposed to soften up Tony Storm so Athena could use her money in the my bad, not my fault, not the money in the bank, the contract in the bank. Which before they can use it, they got to sign it, and then you hear the commentator. Oh, is she gonna sign it tonight? Man, you don't just give them the contract. Oh,
Yeah, just go ahead. Just hand it
just,
in.
just But that match was good. I like that match. Billy Starks is pretty good. She's young. I think she's
Right.
only 20, 19 or 20. So I did
Dang.
like that match. Yeah, she's only 19, 20. She's young. I think she's like her and like Javon Evans, like kind of like the same age. But
Oh, they got so much time.
no. But and like Billy Starks, she did good against Tony Storm. I mean, yeah, she did very good. Tony Storm did beat her after the match. Billy Starks hit her with the belt. She signaled for Athena to come. She's sitting for Athena to come and cash in. Athena comes in, they throw out the referee. Athena comes in, beats up Tony Storm, bashes her head against the steps, and then the person that Athena's supposed to be fighting this weekend on Collision, Alex Windsor comes in and saves Tony Storm. So yeah, that happened. But my question to you is, how you liking Athena and her role? As a, I like what they doing.
I, I do.
My bad.
I feel the same way. I'm glad that she's getting on TV.
Hmm.
Like I feel like this is long overdue. As long as she's been working there,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to see where it go. I feel like they're gonna put her in a role to be one. And I hate to go back to old AEW on this, but I feel like she could be a pillar in the women's division
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. All right. Elsewhere on AEW, Hangman Page defeated Willie Yuta, beats him with a chain. FTR FTR defeated Jet Speed to advance to the tag team tournament. Copeland comes out and tell FTR that he can't be within a certain feet of them. Like Stokely got the mic, and he on crutches and stuff. I guess, and I guess he's like speared Stokely, and he talking about Ed should be in jail, well, Coach should be in jail, and all this stuff. and then Coke comes out, and then he tells them that he paid someone to beat them down, and then the business of hurting people, and the Hurt Syndicate comes down. Yeah, Hurt Syndicate comes down to a big pop because they the most popular thing I think in AEW right now. They come
Yes.
out and they come in, they start fighting FTR, and then security comes break it up, and then they get out the ring because FTR had enough. So that was that segment. All right,
You know what though? I'm mad they taking the acolytes role.
pretty much. I like it.
APA.
Yeah, they used to do it for beer. You know what I'm saying? Money and beer.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. So speaking of the Hurt Syndicate, MJF, they were busy this episode of Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
So after the Hurt Syndicate did what they did to FTR, MJF was in the back and they were asking, first of all, the MJF and Mark Briscoe thing, their whole banter going, how they got going on. He finally said the brother name and but how you feel about the MJF and Mark Briscoe thing? Like this whole back and forth they got going on.
I'm kind of over it. Like the whole Jewish upper class brat versus what he thinks is blue collar. What do you call them? Trash, blue collar trash or
Yeah.
something like, or blue collar D
Redneck.
on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it was cool the first week. It hit the second week, but now I'm like, all right, y'all go ahead and get it over with.
Yeah.
But for Briscoe's sake, though, I do think it's helping to get him on TV more and let him wrestle
Yeah.
more on
Yeah.
Dynamite instead of Collision.
Yeah.
So I do like
So
that for him, but yeah, MJF. Mm,
so following that, backstage, MJF comes up to the Hurt Business, Hurt Syndicate, and asks, what's going on with that? Y'all riding with Colt? What's going on with that? And Bobby telling him, dude, it's been you, talking about how we're not your lackeys, bro. Like this is a group. Like we ain't your lackeys. Talking about how we gonna help get your title back. We ain't your lackeys, bro. And Bobby like,
and
I
the way
kind of
he
want you
grabbed his
out.
head,
Yeah,
yeah, he put him
yeah,
against that locker like a bully in school.
yeah. I'm like, dang. And he like, I kind of want you out of the Hurt Business. And he put their thumbs down, and then Sheldon, he's like, come on, Sheldon. And Sheldon leaves, and the MVP just kind of looks up, shakes his head, and leaves. So
Yeah,
is MJF? You think he out the Hurt Syndicate,
I
or you
hope
think
so.
this is? I don't think so. I think this is a ruse. I think they planned this. That's
Man,
what I
please leave.
think.
Get him out.
I think they planned it. But uh, then MJF comes in the ring, and um, that's when Mark Briscoe comes out, and he tells him, "I don't need Bob and all them to get that belt back." Talking about Adam Heyman Page, and Mark Briscoe comes out, called him a little pickle or whatever, and then that's when MJF threw up the brother's name, and then Mark Briscoe comes to the ring to try to get him, and MJF goes out, and then so it's Mark Briscoe going against Claudio Castagnoli, and he beats him.
That was shocking.
Yeah, very, very, very shocking. So before we get to the final of that, Osprey tells Schiavone that he's been dealing with the neck issues and he has to leave for a bit, and he hopes to be back by Forbidden Door. So he said he's been dealing with neck issues for the past 10 months. He didn't tell nobody, which is kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
You didn't tell nobody in the company that you dealing with neck issues.
Like, bro, do you not realize you could die?
Yeah, but he said he hopes to be back. I'm talking about spinal cord too. So he's talking about he
Man,
wants to be back for Forbidden Door. So that's crazy.
that's wishful thinking. That is wishful thinking. I mean, I want the guy to get better tomorrow, but you know, the type of style that he wrestles, and I love the style. I love like him. and Bryan Danielson, like all them that just go super hard, nonstop, almost the whole match. That's cool. But the flip side of that, your body is just getting compacted, especially when you're doing neck stuff, and it's. I mean, it sucks because a lot of them do get injured.
Well, how can you not?
Yeah, the style that they wrestle, and I mean, I remember people commenting on Ricochet when he first came around. They were like, "There's no way he could wrestle that style his entire career because he won't last."
Yeah.
I mean, the only exception that I've really seen is people like Rey Mysterio that are like smaller.
Hmm.
But if you're like
But
heavier in stature, it's like your body at some point be like, "All right,"
yeah,
and I don't know, man.
we
But I hope he be all right.
yeah, yeah. Um, Swerve versus Hachishiro. That was a good match. Um,
Mm-hmm.
well, it was a good hard hitting match. Don Callis was outside commentating, and then his family comes in and interrupts the match, and then Brody, well, not Brody, what's his name? The big tall
What
dude
you talking
that
about?
used to,
The Murder Hawk Monster?
yeah. But yeah, they come out and interfere. Okada comes out with a chair, hits Swerve with a chair, and then Swerve gets the upper hand. He puts Okada's head in the chair. He's about to do something. He's about to keep the chair. And then Okada, takes the chair off and then rolls out the ring. So I guess they were
Mm.
doing Okada versus Swerve for the unified three belts that they're gonna be fighting for. What? I'm just being real with you. Just being real with you.
I like how you threw it in the unified three belts.
It is. Ooh, they're fighting for three belts. It's unified, but it's three belts.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense.
Oh yeah, after Mark Briscoe defeated Claudio, old girl came in. Maria Shafir came in and hit my boy below the knees, and they start beating him up. And then Cowboy comes out, helps, and tells Moxley that they're gonna fight next week, but no Death Riders. So they're gonna fight again next week. Death Riders are banned from ringside. Whoop de doo!
Yay for the heavyweight belt. Ooh,
Yay!
I'll tell you what, they
Yeah,
better
that's
not put that back on
great.
Moxley.
That's great.
They better put. I mean, if anything, I think people watch this out of fear that Tony would be crazy enough to put the belt back on Moxley.
I wouldn't be
But
like the whole stipulation with nobody on the ring outside the ring. That it kind of don't know.
I don't know, bro.
Oh,
I mean, I ain't too hype about it. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
I could
I
care
just
less
seen
about
some
it.
people trying to hype themselves up. Yeah, there it is.
Careless.
I feel
All
you.
right, all right, man. So earlier in the show, we was talking about the death of Hulk Hogan, and we're at this part now. Um, he was born August 11th, 1953, and he passed, which is today, July 24th, 2025, at the age of 71. He was pronounced dead at the hospital 90 minutes after he arrived in Clearwater, Florida, when they answered a call for cardiac arrest. Um, this is what I say. When I'm just talking about the business, not talking about personal yet, just talking about the wrestling industry as it is. He was responsible for two of the biggest booms in this business history. The WWF boom in the 1983 with the Hulkamania tour, and the
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Wars with the NWO, and he was the third man.
Yeah.
Both of those were clearly the most impactful money making things in wrestling history. One for the WWF, one for WCW. So you can't deny his influence. Like I said, he started. I think he started wrestling in Florida, and then he went up Midwest to AWA with Von Gagne. And then we adopted the name Hulk Hogan. He was in the Rocky movie. That's when he got super popular. A lot of people think that he went to Vince McMahon and then Vince McMahon made him popular. It was kind of the other way around. He was already popular because he played Thunder Lips in Rocky. And so when he went to Vince McMahon's
Mm-mm.
WWL, yeah, but when he went to Vince McMahon's WWL, he made WWF more popular because he was in that Rocky movie. Rocky was like the biggest movie at that time. And Hogan was already doing the Tonight Show and all that before he even went to WWF. The people just think Vince McMahon made him. No, that's why he got to keep his name because he was already Hulk Hogan. He was already a star before he even got to the WWF. That's why he gets to keep his name. People don't know that. But got to WWF, started the Hulkamania phase from 83. What was that, from 83 to 93? Am I right? Probably 83 to 93 because King of the Ring 93, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's a good year.
Or was it
That's when Yoko
92?
took him out.
Yeah,
That was
93.
93 because Yoko
93.
killed it. And then, yeah.
Yeah, so he was like I said, he carried WF on his back. All those WrestleManias, even when he lost to the Warrior, they put the belt back on him. Like I said, he left in '93. He wanted to go be a movie star. Um, then he went to WCW and he boosted their name. Just announcing that he signed boosted WCW for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then his act wore off again because each invite say your prayers. It was the middle of '95. Nobody cared about that. It was all Jerry Springer, South Park, grunge, rock and roll, gangster rap. Nobody cared about that. '96, yeah, '96. He was the third man in NWO, and then that took off. And then he went back to WWE in 2001. Fought The Rock at WrestleMania. It was probably one of the biggest matches of all time in WrestleMania. And
Hmm.
he was in WWF. I forget. I think he left in '05. I could be wrong. But he was like come back and forth. No, I don't know. He didn't leave in '05. I think he left kind of like '07, '08. Because remember, we didn't go to TNA 2010, 2011,
Yeah, it was around 10, 11
2010 or
because
11. Yeah.
that was Main Event Mafia and
Hmm.
Abyss with the ring, the Hall of Fame ring, and all. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was around that time.
Yeah. That's when he went to TNA. And there, right there, is where a lot of the controversy started when he was at TNA. Um, he was sleeping with his friend's wife, Bubba the Love, Bubba the Love Sponge, whatever his name was, sleeping with his
Another
wife.
band name.
Yeah, and they were recording it, and in that recording, you can hear him talking to the wife about his daughter Brooke. She was dating a black guy at the time, and he made a bunch of racial slurs, and it was just bad, just all bad. And that's why if you look on social media today and you look at a lot of the African American wrestling sites, it's a day of celebration. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of the ones that's kind of sad. Like I said, I'm sad for his family, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not sad about him. Like, he was let's keep it real. Toward the end of his career, he told a lot of stories. Like he insulted Mick Foley. He just owned one. So, like I said, he helped to get the business to where it was, and he was a pioneer. But you can't deny a person's personal life and what he did towards the end. And it's unfortunate because he should be remembered like he should have been remembered as someone who changed the business for the better twice and who was a pioneer. But I think his later antics is going to be what people remember him for, and that sucks. You know?
Mm, I mean, yeah, because it's like what happened with Warrior. once upon a time, everybody thought Warrior was that dude, and then the more people found out later on in life, and stuff started coming to the light, people was like, man, dude was kind of crazy backstage, or crazy to his coworkers, or just crazy to do business with. And Hogan kind of got that same rep because, like you said, he told some crazy stories that didn't add up with timelines.
Yeah.
A lot of the former coworkers have come out and have spoken about, there's a joke that goes around, doesn't work for me, brother, because that used to be the line he would use when he wasn't going to job or he wasn't going to lose the title.
Yep.
And at his level of popularity, whatever he said pretty much kind of went in every company he was in.
Yeah.
So if Hogan didn't like you and he didn't rock with you, you wasn't gonna beat him. And you know, he kind of sat in that spot, that main event spot for a while. And unfortunately, the other people who did get to the top, they didn't have it long because it was like Hogan gonna come back and reclaim the crown, and you going right back down.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of those stories, like the one where Undertaker was talking about how he faked like he was hurt from the tombstone, like, oh, you got me,
Yeah.
brother. And all
Yeah.
that. Undertaker was stressed out the whole week thinking he about to get fired. And then he watched the tape back and was like, your head didn't even hit.
Yeah. Shane McMahon
Like,
showed him.
yeah, it's like stuff like that was just like unnecessary. It's like, why? Like, why you got this man stressing, think he about to lose his job? You holding people back. And I know that in a lot of corporate world office jobs and corporations, period, there's always politics. So I
Yeah.
know that it's outside of wrestling, it's everywhere. But Hogan being the person that he is and to have so many people look up to him, when stuff comes out like that, it kind of reminds you why they say don't meet your heroes, because you want to know them and remember them, like you said, for the stuff they achieved, not for the person that you find out they are behind the scenes, because that can be, heartbreaking, especially with the racial slurs and all that. It's like, how many black people looked at the Hogan? Like, or people of
A lot.
multiple races, it's all
Yeah.
races. Like, people, Hulk Hogan was, you know, known everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, people was talking about Michael Jackson was one of the most famous people in the world in the '80s. Hulk Hogan he wasn't
Hogan.
that level, but he was there.
Well, he was there.
People
Hogan
didn't
was
know
there.
wrestling, but they knew that face. Like, oh,
Yep.
you mean Hulk Hogan? You say WWF, they would associate that with Hulk Hogan.
Yep. Yep.
So, so I'm not celebrating it either because I do respect human life
Yep.
and I do understand that humans make mistakes. And he did apologize, whether it was sincere or not. The man took that to his grave. But me personally, yeah, I was irritated by it. I was hurt by it. And I kind of sort of stopped being a fan when that came out.
Yep.
And again, God says forgive. So you always forgive people for their mistakes. But that don't mean you got to rock with them afterwards.
Yep.
So, again, thank you, Hogan, for everything you did for the business. All the other stuff aside, you helped. You had, like you said, two of the most pivotal moments in wrestling history. And, we can't deny that.
Yep.
I mean, but yeah, the other stuff, unfortunately, there's a lot of dark clouds that come with that.
Yep. So,
So,
um, so, rest in peace, Hogan. He was 71 years old. Prayers out to the family and loved ones, and uh, we hope. I don't know what to say. Like, just our thoughts are with you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the rundown for this week. Like, comment, subscribe. We're at 269. I think it's 270 now. We're at 270
ooh,
subscribers. So all the
we
people are
got it.
gonna be looking at, yes. All the people are gonna be looking at this. We welcome you to the family, to the Yellow Rocket family. Um, the co creators are right here. Like I said, that's my cousin Tez. I'm CL Cool, and we the co creators. We welcome you. like grow with us. We're still
Yeah.
growing. We're still figuring this stuff out. Um, so hopefully in the future we want to make this our live show, and we could talk about the events that happen with you guys. It's just something we're still working on. But I appreciate the love. I'm still cool,
I'm your boy Tez.
and we out of here.